I was shocked. I mean, I have never had someone do that while we're waiting in the staging room.
Track?
Ready to go to the track?
Down the track.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna go 60?
Not first pass. I think it'll go a 73.
3.
I was gonna say 4.
Okay, I'm sticking with 3.
I guess we'll see. Either way, it would be a new best, so that would be sick.
76 is your best right now.
7. 77. With a 111.60. And a 3.109 330. But I went a 3.100 at Yellow Bull, and then it shut off. So that would have been my best, but you know, it happens.
That's life. That's racing.
Yeah. We'll see.
There's a lot of bees here.
There is. They're all over like
it's on your arm.
I know. They're all over like the condiments.
So sweet. That was a decent first hit. Not the best, but...
I mean, it wheelied.
Like, it wheelied hard.
Yes, a lot.
Yeah.
That's the same exact thing as my last pass at Cecil that spun. I figured it would go down here, so I just left it and it wheelied.
Might have some fun with the shocks today.
I'm going to tighten them up, yeah.
Yeah. Tighten them up 1.
No, I'm going to tighten them up 2.
Okay.
I mean, it wheelied hard.
Oh, funny. I saw it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you went a 490 at the quarter mile or 8th mile per hour was messed up.
was clearly wrong.
Yeah.
So whatever. It was a bullshit pass. I had to pedal.
It's alright. We'll get them next time.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna change the tune. I think I'm just gonna change the shocks.
Okay. Do that again. I like it.
Yeah.
We're waiting to make another pass. We're letting it cool down.
It wheelied the first pass.
Bad.
113.60, which was probably on the back tires. I don't know. So I'm leaving the exact same tune-up in it. I just tightened the front shocks 2 clicks. So we'll see if you watch the video, it like, as soon as it left, it like started coming up.
Imports.
So I tightened it up to hopefully that it won't come up right away. It'll just kind of go out.
You're blurry.
Then it'll be fine.
They're gonna yell at me because of that.
Whatever. It's like voted the best vlogging camera there is.
It just doesn't like our faces.
It just they said the autofocus sucks.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that we only should have tightened it 1 click. But I'm a rookie and I don't know anything.
It stood up, babe. It's getting 2 clicks.
I know, but you should only go 1 at a time.
Hey, as soon as you learn how to tune suspension, you can tune your car. And you can do as many clicks as you want. Shut the f up.
I need Menser front shocks.
They're just AFCOs, but Menser revalves them. That's what's in the back. They're actually AFCOs.
Oh, so I need AFCO.
I have AFCOs on the front of mine.
I know a couple people at AFCO.
Do you?
I do.
Yeah. I also know some people at AFCO.
Can we reach out to AFCO, you think?
No. You got money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I got 15 bucks.
Yeah, they're not going to be 15 bucks.
That's all right. So we just went a 4 76 at 146 miles an hour. So that's good. We're waiting to do that. Fran is changing the plugs. No. Are you changing the plugs? You taking them out right now?
Yeah.
Taking out the old plugs, checking them. I just got the new ones to put in. We wheelied that pass too. But that's okay, because it didn't really as bad, and he stayed in it. So that was a really good pass. It was pretty cool. I was definitely excited. They aren't showing time right now, but I can kind of tell that he had a good pass, but don't tell him that because he doesn't think I know. But it was pretty badass. I was very happy. So we're gonna hope to go faster, and just an FYI, if Fran goes 60s, he has to propose. This was said like a year ago, so I'm just saying, it's not gonna happen. But if it does, we're having a friggin' wedding. I don't care if it's at the track or not. So how do you feel about that pass? Did you put another tune-up in the car yet?
Yeah. I didn't change anything on the ramp again.
Okay.
I just tightened the front again.
Again?
Yep.
How much more do we have?
It's 3 clicks from full tight. I just checked actually.
Sick.
Because I was curious.
Okay.
So, and I'm 4 clicks tighter than when we came here.
Shorter arms than you.
No, bro, I don't know. What's the difference? It's got to stand.
Yeah, where are you going to put it at? In the air? Is it going to stand in the air? Is it going to float?
Yeah.
So
yeah, 3 clicks from full tight. I'm leaving the thing, the tune-up exactly the same. I just put new plugs in it. I tightened the blower belt a little more. Hopefully it doesn't wheelie again. At least as much, because it went left there a little bit. But it was a new best all the way around. My best 60 before was a 111 with a 7. It was just a 111 with a 4. And my best... No. My best 330 on my best pass was a 310 with a 9. But at Yellow Bullet, it went 310.
Oh man, that thing is sick.
It's towing another car. It went 310 flat. But then it shut off after the 60 foot, and it just went 308 something, 308.9 or 308.6 or something. No, I don't care. I can look on my phone. I took a picture of it. And then it went 476. Best before was a 477. So it still doesn't have mile an hour. It's like 146 is as fast as it'll go in the 8th. So I think I'm gonna play around with the cam, like basically where it's installed at in the motor. For those of you guys that don't really understand what I'm saying there, obviously it's going to be physically installed in the same place in the engine, but you can advance and retard the cam.
Thank you.
Alright, it's 1:30 or something in the morning. We just got back to the shop. We didn't record after... you know, the footage you guys just saw. We went back up in the lanes to make another pass. Sat there for maybe there was an oil down or two, which whatever, it happens. Sat there for maybe an hour and a half. They proceed to run every car in the staging lanes, but maybe 10 radial cars that paid, like we all paid $100 extra, or $100 to run. They run because the track will do extra prep before we race, which is fine. Whatever, I don't care about the $100. So there's maybe 10 radial cars left in the lanes. They run all the normal test and tune cars, probably, I don't know, 80, 100 of them, however many there was. Then it's like 11:08, and I guess they have an 11 o'clock curfew. So we literally sit in the lanes for an hour and a half or whatever it was, and then before they would run us, we would be the next people to race. There's maybe 8 to 10 cars left in the lanes. They tell us, track's closed. Go home. Go back to your pits. So needless to say, I was pretty pissed off at that. I don't understand why they would just not run the extra... I mean, literally, if the 8 or 10 cars had no issues and we ran down the track, it would have taken 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe, to run 10 cars, especially 2 at a time. You know, it'd be 5 sets. So we never got another pass, which was pretty pissed off me. And that was the second time I was at that track. First time, you know, I didn't really have the best experience. The prep wasn't all that great when everyone said it was killer. But tonight it was killer. You know, the track was awesome. You know, I was having a good night until we basically sat there for that long, and they literally said, go back to your pits and go home. We're closed. I have never been to a racetrack to where they have ever done that. Generally, they will close the staging lanes, you know, and then they just run out the remainder of the cars that are in the staging lanes, and which is the normal thing to do. I mean, you're waiting in there for an hour and a half, and you're just going to tell people to turn around and go home. Like, I don't know. That bothered me, you know. Or if they knew they were getting close and it was getting late and there was an oil down, they could have ran, you know, us 10 cars before they ran all the other normal street tire cars. You know, like there's friggin' F-150s and normal F-150s and shit going down the track. Like, they couldn't have ran, you know, the guys that paid $100 each, so the guys that paid $20 each or whatever the hell it is to race there. So that annoyed me. So we didn't have a new update, you know, for a third pass, but it is what it is. We have the Cecil County Streetcar Shootout next weekend, which we always go to, you know, so that'll be the last race that I go to before World Cup. I am going to World Cup this year. I just bought my ticket the other day. So that's quarter-mile racing. So I just ordered a different rear diff so that I can run quarter-mile. It's got a 456 gear in it now. And instead of sending the diff to RPM and having them, you know, change the gears and all that shit, and I could change the gears here too, but whatever. I just ship it to them and they do it. I just ordered a whole nother center section. So I can just swap the whole center section out now from 1/8 mile to quarter-mile gear, even though I only run quarter-mile once a year. So I ordered a 370 center section from Mosier. RPM's going to do it because they have to do some adapter flange and stuff on it anyway. I'm getting some sort of glare. But so yeah, so I ordered that. So once that comes in after next weekend, I'll still keep 1/8 mile gear, but after that, we'll switch it over and we'll get ready for World Cup. So really, the only thing I have to do is switch the 370 gear, you know, into the car and take the 456 out so I can run it. And I mean, other than that, the car's been running great now that I had the balancer issue fixed, and we haven't had any issues with that. You know, I made 2 passes today. Three passes? 2 passes. I made 2 passes. You know, and I haven't had any issues. The car's been good, so we're headed in the right direction now. I mean, it went a new best tonight. Not by much, but it went a 476 as opposed to a 477. The last pass would have been a pretty good pass because I had it turned up pretty good. You know, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a low 70. You know, maybe even a little faster because the weather got significantly better. You know, DA dropped from, I think, 1,500 on my last pass, and I think it was down to maybe 700 by the time I would have made a pass, but I didn't. So, I mean, it sucks. It is what it is. You know, the reason it makes me so mad is because it's probably cost me, you know, $500 to go to the track with my car. Just for like one day at Test and Tune today, you know, it probably cost me $500. Getting down there and back, it's probably $100 in tolls. You know, the one toll in Maryland with my truck and the trailer, I think, is like $42. So whatever, it's $100 there. It's $100 to test. I, you know, probably use $100 in fuel. I had to buy $40 worth of ice. You know, changing plugs and. You know, it sucks. It's $500, you know, and it is what it is. I don't care about that. But the fact that they just literally told us to turn around and go home, I was shocked. I mean, I have never had someone do that while we're waiting in the staging lanes. You know what I mean? The only time I think I've ever even seen that happen is if it's like late and they have a major oil down, you know, and it's going to take an hour or something to clean up. That I get. But they had some oil downs, but that was before, you know. The track was cleaned up, you know, now, and they were running. And then after they ran the whole test and tune cars, that they're just like, yeah, we're close. I mean, it is what it is, but we'll have some updates, you know, and some more footage and stuff of us racing next weekend at Cecil. So, and that's a full race. So we'll do, I don't know if they have Friday night qualifying next weekend or not. Generally, they do most of it one day, but sometimes they have qualifying Friday night. So I don't know on that. I'll let you guys know, but generally, they'll do one qualifying Friday and then 2 qualifying Saturday morning, and then they'll finish the race out Saturday. So that's it for this episode. You know, we'll have another one, track event episode next weekend. So we've been racing a lot. We're going to try and keep that going. So see you guys later.